What's up? Dean's here, performance, break it shop, blah blah blah. So yesterday when I had left, I thought, okay, we're getting somewhere. But apparently I didn't pay too much attention to the fact that the drain was leaking oil, which it had dripped before. Took it out, I resealed it up real good, put the fitting back on, and as many times I ran the car yesterday, it didn't leak. So I was like, cool, nailed it. Then I noticed this morning when I came in, there was like a puddle on the floor, and that was after doing a couple of two steps and stuff. So that was an issue. And I said, well, that's what I get for trying to kind of work around doing what I know is the right way. I've done that way a few times. It's worked. But ultimately, I knew better. I screwed up, but I fixed it. So this morning I came in, took the belt off, drained all the coolant out of it, took the crank pulley, water pump, had to take the power steering line off. It was like a metal line that looped, so I popped that off, pulled the timing cover off, and knocked the seal out, grabbed a 10AN fitting, cleaned up the hole, aimed the fitting more of a like an inward angle, but I also noticed that the bolt hole, I had to cut the bolt hole down, or I used a different bolt, sorry, a shorter bolt, but the bolt hole was there, and I said, I bet you anything it's working its way through the threads on the bolt hole. So ultimately it was a good thing that I did take it off, but I welded the fitting completely outside, and then I turned the cover over and I welded the inside and made sure I filled the hole, like not filled the hole down, but I filled the hole so that no oil could get down in there. And then I just took like a deburring bit for aluminum that I have and kind of chamfered the wall of the weld so that the oil runs real smooth. It doesn't build up in there. Put it all back together. Got it all back together. Put the coolant back in it. Jacked the car mile high. Put the coolant back in it. Filled the power steering fluid. Fired the car up. So we're back to where we were. Now what I'm working on is the CAN module. So the CAN module that I set down over there. I'm working on the inputs and the outputs on them, and what I have so far is trans temp, which I thought I'd be able to do through the Holly, that extra input wire that's right there, but for whatever reason this doesn't let you select like a an ohm or a thermistor, whatever you call that, thermistor, whatever. Doesn't let you select it on the inputs for the actual terminator ECU. So I had to grab a wire, stab it into the module, and I got it on input 1, but it's pin 13 on it, which is cool that it tells you which pin it is. So I got that. Then I had to reset up my dome. For some reason it's going wonky on me. I don't know why. And then I got the trans fan, CAN ground out, which is pin 3. I got all of that set up. So now what I'm trying to do is configure this to work. So I don't want it, no, not off coolant temp sensor, but to work off of trans temp. So the sensor I have in the pan is an autometer sensor from a trans temp gauge that I had. So I looked up the part number on the sensor, looked up the ohm readings on that sensor, and basically did the 100 degrees minimum, 340 degrees maximum. That's what the sensor shows. Now where I struggled a little bit was I can't enter 100 degrees here and go to 340 degrees here and then do it 1123 ohms here and 20 ohms here. It won't let me configure the table down here that way. So I had to go low to high and then configure the temperature backwards. And it's a linear scale. So I did that, and I'm not 100% sure that it's working. Of course, this is gonna make me key on, key off. Nope, no key on, key off. But show me 100 degrees. And I sat here idling for quite a while. It could be that it's, 100 degrees or under 100 degrees. It's quite cold today. It's probably in the 60s. But that fitting is in the pan. So, like I said, it could be that it's, under 100 degrees. I just don't believe it. Because by the feel of the cooler, it feels warmer to me than 100 degrees. Well, I don't know. Might not be 100 degrees. It might not be. Who the hell knows? So, trying to get that stuff set up. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I'm gonna be down here working tomorrow. And the plan was to kind of have the car out and maybe it cooled off. The plan was to have the car out tomorrow, kind of make a couple tuning sessions in it. But with that front cover issue, and now me being kind of, for lack of better terms, a little retarded, I am struggling to find that motivation to go again. I still got to wire the 12 volt to the boost valves, Mac valves. Still got to top off the transmission fluid. I still have to run the PCV lines, build a catch can. So there's quite a few things left to do. And I don't want to try and jump through everything super fast. I still got to sort out all these wires. Like, there's a lot to do. And I just, like I said, I don't want to jump through, miss something important, and have something bad happen. So I think what I'm going to do is call it a day and come in the morning knowing that I fixed the oil leak. And then I got to get batteries for my freaking meter too. Like, come on, dude. Really? AAA batteries? Where are you? Get down there. AAA batteries? Seriously? So I got to get some AAA batteries for the meter to be able to see where I'm at, because when I set that trans fan to coolant temp sensor is its linked input, or its trigger input, it's not coming on. So I got to be able to tell if I need to send it as a 12 volt signal. I might need to send it as a 12 volt signal if that relay has a ground in it already. And I kind of think that might be what's going on. But I need to just kind of reset, step back for a minute, pause, and jump forward. I also have to do the alternator, which I'll show you. Here's the alternator. It sits like right on the strut tower. Now mind you, he brought me the car with no harness on it. He stripped all that off to save him some chungas, so there is no way that he had a full-size plug in there. It don't work. So I think what I'm going to do is end up depinning this one. This is one that I had off of something else. I'll depin it. and stab it on to that wire in there, and maybe set one of the CAN outputs to trigger the alternator on. I'm probably going to try and do that before I leave today. But other than that, mentally I'm beat up a little bit, but holidays are coming and all that good crap. Yay, woohoo. So, but I'll be back down tomorrow. I'll figure a bunch of shit out. Make another video tomorrow. And we will get this car out very soon. I know I keep saying it, so close, so close, so close, but this is what happens when you do like these type of cars. You find all the little things, and then you got to fix the little things. I'm not willing to let it go out without fixing the little things. So that's what I'm going to do, and I will keep you updated. I appreciate you watching. Quick little blur. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified, leave me a comment. Appreciate it. Have a good day.